the gentleman from Texas, the ranking member for Oversight and Investment Subcommittee, Mr. Green.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and of course we want access to capital in Texas as well. So, I thank the witnesses for appearing and would associate myself with the ranking member's opening statement and would agree that what I'm about to talk about is beyond Silicon Valley. It is about expanding access to capital, but it takes a slightly different twist because I received this communique and it indicates within that you are holding a real check for $1,250. Sure enough, there is a check for $1,250. And it goes on to indicate that if I accept this promissory note, then I should keep it for my records. And I can understand why, because on the reverse side of this page, there's information about what the consequences are of accepting this promissory note. And one of the items indicated that I will be agreeing to is this. This has an annual percentage rate. I assume all of the witnesses are familiar with the term annual percentage rate. If you're not, would you raise your hand? Okay, let the record reflect that they're all familiar with it. It says the annual percentage rate would be 91.27%. 91.27%. I see you all looking in dismay, and I was too. In fact, I was thunderstruck when I received this. 91.27%, $1,250 loan, finance charge $700, total repayment $1,950. Says I'll be paying $100 for an acquisition charge, $600 for installment account handling charge. Well, and by the way, can be accelerated without notice. I think that this is egregious, and I think that while we are concerned about the businesses, and I have many small businesses in my district, I'm also concerned about the consumers. And this type of loan, in my opinion, epitomizes what predatory lending is all about. To receive this check, a live check that I can cash, and then receive this loan. Oh, I might add this. It was sent to me in English and in Spanish, the offer, but the actual information concerning the contract, all of that is in English. Bait you in the language that you speak, and then have you sign a contract in a language that you may not be as familiar with. This causes me a good deal of concern because we have a CFPB that is now wounded. And I'm curious as to what consumers who receive this type of predatory offer will do once they conclude that they have been in some way harmed. Who do they turn to without a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? Which leads me to what I plan to do. I'm going to ask the chair of the committee to hold a hearing on predatory lending. It would seem to me that this is very important to the consumer. I appreciate what we're doing for the businesses, but the consumer is also of paramount importance. And I will be making this request. Again, $1,250 loan, annual percentage rate, 91.27%. Just for edification purposes, would any of you accept a loan that had an annual percentage rate in excess of 90%? If you would, raise your hand. Okay, let the record reflect that no hands have been raised, and I will understand why. I won't put you on the spot and ask you why you wouldn't. I would simply say, for me, it's quite egregious, and I do plan to ask the chairman to convene a hearing on this type of predatory lending. This is something that concerns my constituents. This is a kitchen table issue. Some of these other issues that we confront, they may be kitchen table issues, but they're not for the people that I represent for the most part. Perhaps for the plutocrats, these are kitchen table issues, some of these other things. But this is bread and butter for a lot of people in my district. Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. I now recognize myself for 5 minutes for my question.